here and go open up your file. File open, and then go find your file. And the file is called It's April. So go ahead and open that up. Okay, here's your text. Alright. First thing, before we get going too far, let's go up here and double click up here in the top margin. And now you're in the header. Let's add your name and the period. Okay, and go tab and tab. You notice it's over here on the right hand side, and we'll put the title up here, right up there. So now go ahead and hit close. Okay, this particular assignment, if you look down here at the bottom, down here in bold, these are the things that we have to do. So to the title, it says we want to center, all caps, font of your choice, and QS after the title, and that's quadruple space, by the way. So it's April, highlighted like that. It's already in all caps. Okay, we want to center it, and we learned from the last video that right here is our center. Okay, and what else? Font of our choice, so I can come over here and I can pick a font. Okay, maybe it'll come up. Not a lot of memory on my computer, that's what's taking it so long here. Oh, now it's not going to respond. Okay. Let me come down here and pause it for a second. Okay, here we go again. So hit the drop down. Here's a list of fonts I could pick from. I'm just going to pick one like this one right here. And quadruple space means you got to have some spacing here. So if we go right here and quadruple space options, okay, and then here's our line spacing right here. Okay, it doesn't have it in here. So if we hit double and hit OK, there's a double space, and we hit enter one more time, there's quadruple, right? Okay, now we're going to come over here to this paragraph, go down here, okay, and let's just highlight this and delete it because we're done with that one. Okay, now we need to set the margins at 2 inches at left and right, and the top and bottom at 1 inch. Okay, so margins. Okay, this might be a page layout thing here. So we're going to go to page layout, go to the page layout ribbon right up here at the top, click on it, and hey, there's an icon right there. This is margins. So we're going to click on that one, and then look at these default ones we have in here. There's one called wide. Notice it says left and right 2 inch, top and bottom 1. Hey, that's exactly what we want. Okay, if you don't see what you want in there, you can always come down here to custom margins and set it up this way. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to set it up doing it this other way. You guys can go ahead and just click on that, the wide. And it'll come up eventually, I hope. There it is. Okay, here's my top and bottom. Okay, the bottom wants to be set at 1 inch. So we'll just move that up to 1. Left is going to go up to 2 inches. And the right is 2 inches too. Now I'm going to just highlight it and type the number 2 in there. And it's good to go. Hit OK. And it did that for the whole document. See that? Okay, so now with my cursor on this side, if I hold my shift key down and just click way over here, that highlights the whole line. So I'll just hit delete. Okay, line spacing is single spacing, and it looks like it is single spacing. Okay, the way we can check it though, let's highlight everything. Just to this part right here. Okay, and we hit this drop down right here. Here's our single space right here. Okay, so if yours says multiple, change it to single. Okay, I like to put this before and after at 0. I'll tell you about that later. Hit OK. And there we go. So that one's done. So hit delete on that. Okay. The alignment of this document is full justify. So let's highlight everything except the title. Let's come right down here. Now, if we remember, we're going to go back here to the Home tab because that's where that alignment stuff was. Okay, in our paragraph group, we got left, center, right, and align, or justify, sorry. There you go. It scooted everything out so it looks like it's touching the margin. And we're going to scroll down here, and we're going to delete this first, that top line. Okay, so now it says the first paragraph is going to be a first line indent. Okay, scroll up here. First paragraph, first line indent. So I'm just going to click on the tab key on my keyboard. There you go. That is a first line indent. Okay, everybody has seen that in your textbooks and literature books and stuff like that. No biggie. First line indent. Okay, come down here. Let's delete that. Second paragraph is a left indent. Okay, second paragraph, that's this one right here. Left indent. Okay. What you want to do is to turn on this ruler. So go up here to view and put a check in the ruler box right there, and that will turn on this ruler. Or if you look over here on the far right, right above your scroll up in vertical scroll bar, there's a little icon. It says view ruler. See there, it's off and now it's on. Okay, now a left indent, so just make sure you're somewhere in this paragraph. It doesn't really matter. I'm at the beginning of the paragraph. A left indent has to deal with these triangles right here. Okay, if we hover over the top one, it says first line indent. That's exactly, watch, if I click right here, that's exactly what happened. That triangle got moved over to that point. Now I'm going to click back here on the second paragraph. Okay, we don't want that one. The middle triangle will say hanging indent. Okay, we use hanging indents for things like our reference page, where the last name of the author will appear over on the left margin, and as it wraps around, it doesn't wrap all the way. It just wraps like you've indented the other lines of the text. Okay, so we don't want that one on this one, but we go down to the little box and it says left indent. So I'm going to click and hold down my left mouse button. You know, see the dotted line there? I'm going to just slide it over a ½ inch. By default, we always move things a ½ inch unless it tells us otherwise. Okay, so there's our left indent. Okay, so let's come down here and delete that. Third paragraph is a left and a right indent. Okay, so come back up here to the third paragraph. Just click somewhere on the, I'm going to click here in the middle just to show you. Okay, I'm in the middle of the paragraph there. So left, remember I got to grab that little box down there on the ruler and drag it over a ½ inch. Right there, that's a ½ inch. That's the inch mark. There's a 1 1/2. Okay, and a right. If I look over here on the right, all I have is just a triangle. So I'm going to click on that and I'm going to move it back a ½ inch. So it was on 4 1/2. I'm moving it into 4, so that's a ½ inch. And see that? It did it for the whole paragraph. Okay, now what is the reason for doing this? The reason for doing this is because as you're typing along there and you want to insert a quote from an author or a small poem or hymn or something like that, then you want to offset it from the rest of the document. Okay, so this paragraph and this paragraph is your normal indents, okay, and these two paragraphs have been offset. So it draws your attention to these, and it's telling the reader this is not the author of this document. It's not his ideas. It's somebody else's. Okay. All right. This last one down here, this last paragraph. Let's delete this line right here. Last one, fourth paragraph says hanging indent. Now, where did we see that? So I'm going to click on that line right there. Hanging indent. So if I come up here, that middle triangle is the hanging indent. So click on that so you see the dotted line, and when you drag it across, make sure just the middle triangle and the bottom box is moving. That top one stays over there. Bring it over a ½ inch, let go, and there you go. That is called a hanging indent, where this hangs out from the rest of the indent. Okay? Go ahead and delete that. Save it as it's April. Delete that, or delete it first and then save it as it's April. Okay, and then go ahead now and upload it.